As a business owner, I am super passionate about customer service, and I'm a big believer that that is the one thing that can differentiate you from all of your competitors. As many of you know, I own an events and balloon business, but a few years ago, I was actually listening to a podcast by the CEO of Zappos, and he said, we are a customer service business who just so happens to sell shoes. And even though at the time I was not an entrepreneur, I never thought I was gonna start my own business, that has always stuck with me. So at Bashfy, I always say that we are a customer service business who just so happens to sell balloons. But I also feel like as women, it can be really easy to actually err too much on the let me do whatever my customer wants, and you can end up getting really walked over. So we sell DIY balloon kits that we ship all over the country, but it's not uncommon for the carrier service to actually mess up the package and then for the customer not to get their balloons on time. Recently, we actually had someone order a kit up in Canada, but unbeknownst to us, I guess DHL was actually on strike, so the customer did not get their balloon kit. It'd be very easy for us as a small business to say, hey, sorry, we're a small business, like we just can't take that loss. Because customer service is always at our forefront, we immediately just refund the customer. Another example is actually just a few weeks ago, someone left us a 2-star Google review, which I was really surprised by, so we looked into it. Basically, when the client got their kit, there was a balloon or two that had a hole in it. That unfortunately can just happen. We're buying these huge bags of balloons and then we're separating them out into the kits for people. And again, it would be really easy for us to just kind of be like, hey, sorry, that just happens. We immediately reached out to her, we gave her full refund, and then we actually also gave her a discount code for any future purchase. We were not expecting a response back. She ended up actually going and changing her review to a 4-star review, editing it to add how we responded to the situation. Because I think it's important to always remember that the way that you respond to your clients is what they will remember you by, not necessarily the mistake that's made. On the other side of the coin, I feel like it's really easy for female-owned businesses to get very, very walked over. It Cosmetics just sent me this new blush, so we're gonna try it together. So we have a part of our policy that we will not do a mock-up, ooh, that's beautiful, for free. Not uncommon when people hire us that they want a mock-up to see exactly what they're getting. And trust me, I totally understand. But we get so many inquiries every day that the reality is we cannot just be sending mock-ups to everyone who inquires. So instead, we make it our policy that you have to put down a $100 deposit, and then you can get your mock-up. And then if you decide to go with us, that $100 will go directly to your project. And they responded and said, hey, I totally understand. I've inquired with 2 other businesses who gave me mock-ups for free, so can't you guys just do it? They weren't being rude, it was very much that they just didn't really know. Now, it could be really easy in this situation to cave and be like, it's fine, it just takes me 10 or 15 minutes. But the reality is if you do that to every single client, all of a sudden you've worked for free for 6 hours. But we said, hey, here's some installs we've done in the past that are very similar to what you're looking for. We really hope you go with us, and if you do, we're more than happy to provide that mock-up for you. And they loved our work so much that they ended up going with us. So we are now gonna be doing balloons for them in a few weeks. So the way that we look at it in our business is once you are a client of ours, we will go above and beyond for you. Bought a kit, if you're under contract, any of those things. But before you've done that, before you've paid us any amount of dollar, in the most respectful way possible, we don't really owe you anything. And please hear that the right way. I've just heard of so many women businesses, especially in the event space, who will just take any behavior because they really want the job. And I urge you to set boundaries and set rules, because it will make your business blossom so much further. Thanks for getting ready with me. I'm off to an install. It is Moana themed, and I'm so excited to show you guys. Bye.